Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome back for the Healing for Humanity for August 2024. Great to see you. And for those that are new here, welcome. I have completed the healing and channeled with the Healing Council of Light with the intent of the best and highest good for this healing. So I will share my screen soon, take you through the notes, show you the card reading, and do the clearing and embedding. So, the Healing for Humanity, August 2024. The intentions are healing for humanity, the best and highest good for the month of August 2024. Now, if you are new here, the intention is set for the best and highest good, which allows for the highest priority to come through in a healing. If I was to set the intention on something that is relevant today, then it might be quite a biased healing and not be for the optimist kind of output that we are going for. So I will read through the notes, explain things as we go. If you ever would like a copy of the notes, please do email me as I am open to sharing them. So it starts off with I am shown swords in a tunnel, like in a tunnel, pointing inwards from all different angles. So it was really like, as you imagine, gosh, I'm not even sure how to explain it. It was just really dark and lots of swords coming in. And people are walking through the tunnel. Those that try to avoid the swords are focused on the swords, are getting hurt by them. So it was almost like the more they tried to avoid them, the more they got hurt. Like it was like you're avoiding one over here and one stabs you over here. It was really quite like you couldn't get through without being hurt type thing. But then those that are choosing to not be affected by the swords are walking through the tunnel freely. The swords are not even touching them, like they are just energy and nothing can hurt them. This is our pathway at the moment. You know, everyone's reading in their own form of whether it's online, whether it's mainstream, whether it's through whatever sort of channel. We are being shown so much fear at the moment. There is fear of another outbreak. What does this mean? There is fear of all our systems collapsing. What does this mean? There is so much preempting going on, whereas a lot of people really don't know what the outcomes are. So this is showing our pathway at the moment that we can choose to either be affected by what we are being told, or we can choose to be in our own energy and walk through the tunnel unaffected, basically. So, are you choosing to see all the possible ways you could be hurt right now? And this is by our governments, whether they are going to bring out another vaccine and mandate it, like all these things that are really coming up right now is really quite scary possibilities, right? Then the banks, like we just don't know if they're going to fold soon. When what does that even mean? Like, pardon me, how is this even going to affect us? The pandemic control, like I say, more vaccines, lockdowns, all this kind of what if right now. So you could be choosing to see that as a way that could hurt you right now, right? And this is the holding the fear of the what if. Or can you choose to hold your own energy and keep walking through the tunnel to the other side? This is all about perspective. Now, a lot of great people that I follow are really sending the message out at the moment to hold your light. Just hold your light. So, this is really choosing to block out any fear that is around us, any fear that has been created, like even in the spiritual world, and even like say in astrology. I mean, not that they're fear mongering, they're definitely not, but they are alluding to like big changes and big collapses. And, this is great information to have, but it's also how do you hold that information? Do you see it as encouraging and exciting? Or do you see it as scary and vulnerable and fearful? This is all about our own perspective, what beliefs we hold, what are we choosing to see in the world, and what way we are choosing to hold that energy within us. Because we can choose to hold only light, or we can take on that fear, and that will change our energy, right? That'll mean that we walk through this tunnel being jabbed, being cut, being hurt by all the swords, because these are all the possible ways that we could be hurt in the world today. Or we could choose to hold our own light, hold our own energy, and walk through as if nothing can hurt us. And it is possible. You can either choose to see a tunnel full of dangerous, sharp, potentially life-threatening swords aimed at you, or you can choose to not pay them any attention at all. It's like that whole sticks and stones kind of, saying that we were brought up with. Nothing can hurt you unless you let it. Okay, really let that one sink in. Nothing can hurt you unless you let it. Anyone could possibly hurt us, have hurt us in the past. We could be through a lot of traumatic experiences, right, with other people that may have purposely hurt us or unconsciously hurt us, whichever way, But that's not important. What is important is, how do we hold that memory within us now? We either choose to forgive, to release, to let go, and only hold light within us. That is when they say, forgiveness is not about the other person, it's about us, because that is the energy we hold. What this is saying, nothing can hurt you unless you let it. Yes, we've got trauma. Everyone has some form of trauma, absolutely. The way to get through that is look at the energy you hold around it. If there is still an energetic charge to a memory that you hold, that is where the work needs to be done. What needs to shift in your energy to allow that memory to literally just be a memory and not hold any more energetic charge than that? It's tough. It's super tough. I get it. I can still feel energetic charges myself a lot of the time. And yet this is our work, right? This is our work as humans, to come and release all this, release all this. This is where past lives, like parallel lives, really, where if you are doing any sort of spiritual work or working with a healer and, past lives come through, basically that is unresolved in the other lifetime. So it is coming through as a memory or as a visual for you to release the charge of the energy in that. Okay, so that is why we are showing these images. We are showing these ways that parallel lives are affecting us today. That is because we still hold that energetic charge within us. Okay, and it's easily released through awareness, through forgiveness, through love, basically love. And I'm not saying it's easy. Sometimes it's really hard, but keep working with it, because there is a way. Please know that what I offer in Soul Healings is an awesome way of working with this type of energy of what you hold within you. So if there is anything that you feel like an energetic charge still, and it might be a very traumatic event that you've been through that you just want to release all ties with, not all ties, you know what I mean, like release the energetic charge with, then please reach out, please. Okay. A lot of what happens to us is for us to decide about how we hold these events in our energy, and that is for the future as well. Okay, so all this preempting of what is going to happen, all the collapse of everything around us for a new world to occur, that can hold a lot of fear or it can hold a lot of excitement. You choose, okay? So what are you still holding on to that holds a negative charge in your energy? Now, this is across the board. This is not just in society or the future of what could happen. This is anything in your past, anything in your upbringing that, anything familial or with your parents, with your siblings, with your cousins, with friends, with strangers who may have caused a traumatic event in your life, okay? Do look at what kind of hold that has still on you today, because it will still be affecting you in some way if you haven't released that charge, okay? Is your tunnel full of swords right now? How are you viewing the future right now? Are you fearful of what may come? Are you fearful of the not knowing? And that's fearful in itself, right? Because none of us really know, okay? And unless you can get to a point where you fully accept, fully allow that the universe has got your back, that you are co-creating with the universe, then you hold that kind of energy of, what if? Oh my God, what's going to happen? And you can't relax. That's the energy charge. What is keeping you locked in fear? And believe me, we're all open to it. We all get fearful every now and then. So you are not alone. Or is your tunnel full of swords that hold no energy for you at all? Hence, you can keep walking without being touched at all. That's the ultimate. And that is what we're all striving for. And it's possible, but keep doing the work. Keep doing the work. I'm here still doing the work, all right? Every day. There might be a little sword that pokes out. Oh, further healing for me to do. Don't ever hold yourself to a level of perfection. Okay, we're all doing the work, but always be aware. Just keep being aware and open to working through this stuff. So, even for the latter, the swords can cut us, cause us to bleed. Yet, when we know our own healing power, we can understand the impact, why it happened, and how we can release it and let it heal. We are that powerful. That is the beauty of doing the emotional and spiritual work. Because when something creates a charge within us, or we recognize a charge within us when an old memory comes up, or we are triggered by something in the now that is released to our past traumatic event, doing this work regularly allows you to work through it quicker. That is the beauty of it, right? Back before I really felt like I was conscious, I would sit in these funks for days, for weeks even, because I just didn't know how to deal with emotions. I didn't know how to release any attachment or any sort of energetic charge myself. And so it really affected my entire life. Now I can be aware of when I am being triggered, of any sort of shadow work I need to do. And I can look at it openly and honestly and with complete awareness and acceptance. And that allows me to move through it quicker. Okay. And this is what I want for you. So look at everything in your life that holds a charge. I mean, you don't need to sit down and journal and write everything that annoys you. I mean, you could, it would be a great exercise, but I prefer to take these things as a moment by moment case, okay? Just lean into being your joyous, highest, best self. And then if something triggers you, look at it independently and always know that it is just an energy. Okay. And then let it go as much as you can. Do the work that you need to do. See a specialist, see a healer, see a therapist, whatever you need to even just talk about it, release it, love it, and allow it to go. Okay. But don't try and try to think that you can get this all done. Don't allow this to become overwhelming for you, like the work, like I've got to think of everything that has a negative charge in me, otherwise I'm going to get caught by a sword. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. Hold the light. And if a sword, I'm only speaking like as in with the healing, if the sword nicks you or jabs you or you feel really triggered, basically that's what I'm saying, is when you feel triggered, then look at it independently and then get back to joy as soon as you can. Okay. Do you think of lockdowns and your anger increases? Okay, so that is a charge. Do you think of all the lies we've been told and feel immense rage? I mean, it's sometimes pretty hard not to. Okay, so we're all opening up to this. We're all awakening to all the lies we've been told. And yes, you could stay in that rage and you can release the rage, but please don't hold on to the rage. Okay. Are you still angry at your parents for all they didn't do for you? This is again perspective, okay? Are you fighting with your siblings over your inheritance? Little things like just these are just examples of how you can be in a situation and just think you just have to work through it. This is just life. Well, keep looking at the energetic charge that it keeps bringing up on you, okay? Because where are you still holding anger? Personally, familial, society, and with the universe. We all have them. These are your swords. These are your energetic sort of reminders of where we need to release, where we really, really need to release. And when you can release all that fuels your rage, find acceptance and allowing in all that has happened, might happen, and will happen, it no longer holds power over you. This is really quite aligned with my cancer journey where I had to face the fear of potentially dying. And once I could really look at my fear, really look at the charge that it held within me, I could honestly look at all the reasons why I held this fear. And once I did, I really could let it go. And then, in the most beautiful way, it allowed me to live. And I don't mean that figuratively as in I'm here now. I mean, every day. Once you release a fear, it's like you can completely let go and feel the joy and life that is within you, the life force. You do hold the power. Okay. So, what this is saying basically is when you can release all rage at the government, or all rage at the medical system, whatever your rage is at the moment, do your best to find the acceptance and allowing in what is, might, and will happen. Okay, because it's still holding power over you. This keeps you small. This keeps you locked up, and you're the only one that is being hurt by it. Okay, you hold the power. You can basically let it go. You really can. And just accept that you are the light. You are full of love and you will get through this, whatever this is, okay? So when you can feel nothing but love for all that has been your adventure in this lifetime, you can finally witness the magic here on earth. There is magic everywhere. Just look in the mirror. I mean, we're pretty magic beings. Come on. I mean, we can manifest, we've got amazing powers. We can release energy. We can work with energy. Like, we are so magical. We forget that sometimes because we just get really human about it. But really, we are an energy. We are a light. We are a power. And I don't mean power as in you can rule the world or, uh, beat anyone that gets in your way. No, it's that nurturing, intense, strong power within that you know within your heart how powerful you are. Okay, being in your light and being in your love, that's the power. So choose the swords in your tunnel. Don't let them choose you. Don't play victim to anything that is out of your control. Okay, it's not in your control, so let it go. We can't control what the government's going to do. We can't control what the world is going to do. So let it go. Just be in your energy, be in your own light. What I like to call is like I'm just in my little happy bubble. I don't really pay attention to a lot that's going on in the world um, in order to hold my own light, basically, and to allow that I don't get bogged down with the maybes or the coulds or the mights or anything like that. Um, just choose the swords in your tunnel, okay? If it is something that's societal, that is bigger than you, that is something that is way out of your control, don't let that dominate your world right now, because you can still be the happiest version of you right now even though we are facing a potential another pandemic or whatever, so be it, right? When you hold the light, nothing can hurt you, okay? You are not victim to anything unless you allow it to be so. We are not victims. The government can try and do what they are going to try and do, and we are sovereign beings, okay? Whatever that means, but there is a way, okay? But you are also not better than any other. I just wanted to put this in here more along the lines of the power, okay? Because you hold the light, because you may, like me, I don't look at the world, news very often. I don't often know what's going on. It doesn't make me any better than anyone else because I can hold the light. I have down days just like anyone else. I let things get to me just like anyone else. I have swords in my tunnel just like anyone else. I am no better than any other person, but it is being free of the energy that you hold. Okay. That is, and when you can be neutral, right? Someone might mention, I don't know, they might mention like something that's happening in the news and stuff and how awful it is and how, and you can sense their anger about it, right? And if you can be neutral about it and just send them love and light, that is the power. Okay. So maintain your own power. This is the real message coming through in the healing. When you can stay and hold the light, be in your own energy, protect your own energy, and clear out all the swords, all the energy charges, any triggers, any shadow work that you need to do. That is the power. Okay, so that is the healing complete. Next, we do the clearing and embedding. Now, for those that are new, the clearing is like all the energy. So this is all the words, all the energy we want to pull out from this healing. Like weeding the garden, we want to pull out any negative charge and we want to pull out any negative energy and release it from this healing. So if you are watching this healing, this is a clearing for you personally as well, okay? And then the embedding is what we want to bring more in. So we want to plant new seeds. We want to sprinkle beautiful magnets through our energetic aura. And this is what we want to magnetize to us. This is what we want to grow within us. Okay. So I generally read this quite fast. It is just a clearing. You can close your eyes and just allow it and imagine it all gone. If you relate to, a particular sentence or something, that is perfect for you. Okay. Anything else that doesn't resonate, just leave behind. Okay. It's not meant for you. It's meant for someone else. Okay. So clearing. Feeling frightened of all the swords in my tunnel, not knowing if I can get through without being hurt and wounded. So many swords, I can't see my way out. I keep being cut and bleeding. I am so afraid. I don't know how to release the energy of all these swords. There's too many. They're everywhere. I'm unable to change them. They're too big and powerful. I can't avoid them. I'm at the mercy of my government and their rules. I'm powerless. I'm unable to stop them. I have to do what they say. I'm a victim. There's no other way. I have too many swords, so much rage inside me. Each sword makes me so angry. I'm hopeless. I can't change my tunnel. I'm only human. I'm so small. Everyone else is bigger than me. I'm all alone. I'll never make it out. Amen. Cleared. All right. Now this is what we want to embed. Embedding. I am free and sovereign. I choose which swords hold energy for me and I release all the rest. I am able to walk through my tunnel freely and unharmed because I am powerful and sovereign. I have rights. I am no longer a victim. I get to choose. I am not alone. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. These swords can no longer hurt me as I release all the energy they hold now. I release all the anger within me and truly accept where I am today and how powerful I truly am. I see clearly now. I know my path. I am no longer frightened of the tunnel and instead choose to see it as proof of my loving energy and light that will protect me always. No matter what happens, I get to choose what energy I hold within me. No one can hurt me unless I let them, and I choose love and light instead. There is nothing to be afraid of. I am not afraid. I am living in the present moment. I am safe, loved, cherished, and nurtured. I am sovereign and know my rights. I will not be forced. My tunnel no longer hurts me, and I glide through it easily now. I know I am love and light. Amen. That feels so powerful. Whew. Okay, so then I do a card reading with Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle set, and some really amazing cards came through this time. So, Warrior Woman, stay true to your inner guidance. Are you living life on your terms? This could be one of your swords. Are you really living your true expression? Are you really doing something you love every day? Or are you tied into the matrix and living life on all the shoulds? So, Warrior Woman, have you answered your deepest calling? Is on the card. Lemuria, there is heaven on earth, and we are creating it. Keep seeing it as easy. There is a lot of fear mongering out there. There is a lot of distress. There is a lot of unrest, sorry. Meet with love and light. A lot of people are sharing that there is going to be so much change, so much upheaval, and it's true, but we don't need to see it as hard, okay? We can keep seeing it as easy, and that is the key to releasing those swords. Soul family, call in your like-minded friends now. Gather your tribe, keep them close. Let's face it, the pandemic ruined a lot of relationships last time, and potentially we could be going through another one. So really reach out now to the people that were there for you last time. Who were your people? Who were your soul tribe? And really connect with them again. Okay. The next card, Awakening. We are creating a new way of being. No longer consumed by fear, we are able to see it for what it really is. And the acronym for fear, false evidence appearing real. Okay. So, what are you fearful at the moment? And ask yourself, is this true? And a way to work with fear is to sort of, okay, say what you're fearful of, right? And ask, is this true? Yes. Okay, why is this true? And keep working through the layers. Okay, because of this, this, and this. And like, is this true? And to you, it will be like, yes, and you'll get to a point where you'll kind of go, no, no, this isn't true. And you can see the chain of questioning and through how much you've believed everything else is true, which is fine. We all do it. But there'll be a point at which you go, no, that's not true. Okay, try it. Try it. The last card, the Age of Light. We have all been training for this for many lifetimes. So hold the line. You've got this. You chose to be here, beautiful soul, for whatever reason. And this is our time. So there are some contact details for me if you want to reach out, if you've got any questions. If you would like a copy of these notes, please email me. I'm happy to send them through to you. And I'd love any questions that you have about this healing today. But honestly, soul beings, hold the light. I wish you all well, and I hope to see you next month. Thank you.